Hello, everybody. I'm J.D. Roth, and welcome to GamePro. I'm excited about today's show. You want to know why? Because we've got the tips and the tactics to get you to the top of your favorite games. And I bet you're saying, J.D., where do we get the information from? I'm going to tell you. We get it from GamePro magazine. These guys know their stuff. So before I get crazy and we lose track of time, what do you say we just go to the world of wisdom, SWAT World?
Weapons and tactics.
Yeah, don't laugh. I had a little problem on the way to SWAT World. Anyway, Mega Man is back in action in an all-new video game called Mega Man 4 for the Nintendo. Now, if you've been playing through this latest installment in the battle to beat the robots, you know just how difficult it can be. Here's a password tip that'll start you out in old Doc Cossack's face. Check it out. Whoa! Hey, guys. Enter the password screen and type in A1, A4, B5, E2, F1, and F3. Not only will you be loaded for robot bashing, you'll start the game out right at the snowy Doc Cossack stage. While I'm getting my head back on straight, let me run that by you one more time. Get into the password screen and enter A1, A4, B5, E2, F1, and F3. That's all there is to it except to begin some beaming of the robots. Whoa, when you're talking space shooting action for the Super Nintendo, one game is going to come into conversation. I'm talking about Super R-Type. Now, this cart is all about surviving the 7 grueling stages of beastie blasting and interstellar asteroid dodging as you gun your way through the Bido Empire. Here's a little tip that'll have you starting in any level of the game you want. Whoa! At the title screen, hold down the R button at the top of your controller and press up 9 times. That's right, 9 times. If you did it right, you'll hear a tone. Now, press start to begin the game and start once again to pause the game. Now hold down the R button and press A and select together. Finally, press up or down to choose your level and get those guns a-blazing. You know, that was some serious button pushing. You want to take another look at that? Okay, we will. At the title screen, hold down the R button at the top of your controller and press up 9 times. Listen for the tone, which means you can go on to the next step. Now, press start to begin the game and then repress start to pause the game. Next, hold down the R button and press the A and select together. You are in. Just press up and down to choose the level of the game where you want to begin, and you're set to go.
What's up, cuz? Man, I'm John Bento from Oakland, California, and I just got to have this answer on the Super Mario World from Super NES. I don't understand. What lies beyond the lava lake and the fortress in the Forest of Illusion?
Well, that's why we're here, dude. This one is on me, so check it out. Whoa. You're playing with fire here, so you'll want to be very careful. But with some skill and a little luck, you can actually fly over the boiling bath of Mario Death. Here's how you do it. First, grab a cape. Now get a running start and fly right over the lava lake. As you start to lose altitude, slowly tap the pad to the left. If you do it right, you'll climb a little higher each time. Survive without taking a dip in the lava lake, and you'll rack up a ton of one-ups. Beautiful job. Way to go. Excellent question, dude. And you know what? If you other dudes out there think you have a great question, tip, anything, we're going to give you the address at the end of the show. So stay with us. I got what's next up. Secret tips for Dynamite Dukes, Arcus Odyssey, Faria, and Bunk's Revenge. Plus, oh so much more on GamePro. Welcome back to GamePro. All right, it's the 21st century, and the face of war has changed dramatically. Instead of fighting human to human, wars are now fought, check this out, robot to robot. If you gotta have wars, it sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Anyway, the remote-controlled warriors are called dolls, which is short for defensive, offensive, lethal liberators. And let me tell you something, there is nothing cute about these dolls. Where do you find these heavy metal mashers? In Heavy Nova for the Genesis game system. Check it out. Heavy Nova is a hard-hitting robot beat-em-up that has you in charge of an army out to save Earth from an alien empire called Planet Akarov. See, it seems that the Akarovians want to make Earth their very own, and it's going to be up to you to send them back to where they belong. So get serious. Now, there are 2 missions and a total of 8 rounds in this cart. Mission 1 consists of 3 somewhat easy rounds, which are designated to train you for the tougher battles to come. The early rounds are as simple as kicking things out of your path until you reach a boss doll. Nail down these guys and move along to Mission 2, where the real action gets going. And let me tell you, it's nasty. And now things are going to get even a little more nasty. You're going to need all the back uppercuts, jabs, punches, knee trips, high kicks, pile drivers, and all the other talents the game provides to put away these tough metal bosses. Yes! Metal mashing madness! Okay, how do we rate it? Remember, in our rating system, a 5 is top-of-the-line stuff, while 2 is, well, something to be avoided. Now, the graphics in Heavy Nova are okay, but nothing we haven't seen before. And I gotta say the same thing for the sound. See, it's good, but it's just not great. Now, the challenge is where this metal shines. It's going to take some time and talent to master the controls of this game cart, so if you're looking for a game-playing workout, Heavy Nova will put your skills to the test. Now, the game is fun, but not what I would call super fresh. See, the storyline is original, but it's a bit complicated. But if you play the tough ones and you want to see if you're up to a serious challenge, you may want to give Heavy Nova a shot. Now let's check out what's in 16-bit hits. If you've ever played with those little plastic army guys, and if Desert Storm is still fresh in your mind, then I think you're going to get a big bang out of Desert Strike for the Genesis. Unlike most of the military strategy carts available for home gameplay, Desert Strike requires more action than strategy. With excellent chopper maneuverability, you can survey the terrain and decide whether to use your Hellfire missiles, Hydra missiles, or fire your chain guns. But remember, you play this game with limited ammo, so you have to keep your eye out for the ammo crates scattered throughout the game. And ammo isn't the only thing that's scarce, because helicopters run on fuel, and without the fuel you'll need to find along the way, you're going to crash and burn before you complete the 4 missions. With a 360-degree scrolling screen, you can only see a little bit of the landscape at a time. Now, fortunately, the enemy can't see much of you until you're on top of them. And if your helicopter skills are up to the challenge, you can fly circles around them. The game begins with a search for a mission intelligence agent as you decimate the enemy's capabilities. In Mission 2, it's up to you to rescue potential prisoners and POWs as you destroy the Scud missiles. That is, if you can locate them. If you make it to Mission 3, you'll search for captured UN inspectors and then destroy some biological weapons plants. Now, this is where it really gets tough. If you make it through Mission 3, the ICBMs will begin to appear on the mission map. But these ICBMs are buried deep in the sand, so locating these babies is no easy chore. Phew! This is one fast-moving cart, and if you're into serious helicopter fighter action in a location taken from recent pages of history, I'd have to say that Desert Strike is the right game for you. So check it out.